Good morning. This is Terry with McHenry Creek, just up the hill, coming to you from Martindale, Arkansas, just a little west of Ellistown, as a matter of fact, if you're old enough. But we've been talking about the code. This is the fourth part, and I advise you, if you haven't, go look at part 1, 2, and 3. It builds. This is going to be part 4, but the third characteristic: be kind. Now, remember our motto at our house: have some fun, then search for more. Okay, let's see. Jerry came down over the weekend. We went fishing our kayaks, caught 50 bass. 50. We made a game out of that. We're kind of headed toward the truck, and we got 47. And I said, man, we got to get to 50. We're getting that close. So we started counting them down. When we get to 50, we're just going to start paddling for the truck. He caught 48. He caught 49. And I was about 50 yards from a big tree that we've caught fish almost every single time we go by it. So I just paddled as hard as I could. I got there, made one cast, caught a 2-pounder, boom. We got 50. We paddled for the truck and come home. Carl and I went yesterday to insurance people to get our Med Advantage stuff taken care of, and it was way better than we thought it was going to be. It's great coverage for me. Now I don't have to pay anything for hospital stays, not the 20%, not deductible, nothing. And my premium was zero. I guess the good news is, the sicker you are, the cheaper this gets. And I've got some what they call chronic diseases, so I'm special in that way. But you remember Batgirl? You remember her birthday, 13 or 14? She wanted a hiking trail to a cave so you could find a bat, and there's one there. So we found us a bat. So living a dream. If it ain't fun, we don't do it. It's that simple. I've been challenging you on something. Every day, go to the mirror. You're going to anyway. Look straight in your eyes in the mirror and say, it's fun being me. If you can't do that, if you aren't smiling when you say it, or if you have reservations about it, you got to keep listening, because that's what we're trying to get to. It is fun being me. I can say that. Carl will tell you that. It's fun being me. It's fun for her being around me. And I'm just not going to let that happen any other way. So part of that is kindness. Kindness determines where we eat, where we shop, where we spend our money. We like several kinds of food. I don't know, meat and potatoes. That's American. Chicken fried steak, gravy, mashed potatoes. Oh, how about a hamburger? How about a taco or a chimichanga? That's our favorite. So if we hear of a new restaurant that's got some tacos or chimichangas, we're gonna go check it out. We did. Now it was about 3 o'clock, so there's hardly nobody going to be there, but there wasn't. We the only ones. And the little girl there was just not very nice. I think that's called rude. And guess what? We didn't go back. And a few months later, I noticed that they were closed. I wonder why. We just don't want to spend our money where people are rude. We don't want to do business with rude people. We don't want to be around our friends if they're acting rude. We'd rather be around who? Kind people, kind folks. Now, think about this. There is a kindness scale. You are rated every time you bump into somebody. Where are you on the kindness scale? Your friends, your family? And that's what we're trying to reach out to in this whole series of the code, is reaching our family and friends, our circle, immediate circle. Where do you rate? Now, when I put this up with those two groupings, a 2 or a 3, I bet you thought of somebody. And your friends or family. The question really is, did someone think of you? Now, 8 and 9, yeah, we know some. And I think this is the 2 categories that we're in. That stuff in the middle, I don't believe that. You're either there or you're there, one or the other. And if you're way down there, you need to be working. Again, I don't think there's a middle. We're either kind or we're not, I think, if you really render that down. So let's think about kindness. Does it matter how we talk to each other? Can your words hurt someone and have long-lasting effects? Is that possible? Can I give you an example? Just me. Now, when I was younger, there was no kindergarten. There was no Head Start. There was no Sesame Street. If you had a cousin or uncle or aunt or somebody that would help you, like I did, to learn to count and learn your ABCs, by the time you went to first grade, you're way ahead of the class. Half the kids in my first grade class couldn't count to 10, and didn't know their ABCs. That's a long time ago, but that was just the facts of it. So the first grade teacher really is today's kindergarten teacher. And we had a workbook, and every morning, every afternoon, we do a page in that workbook. And this afternoon, I remember this vividly. I don't remember exactly what my teacher looked like, but that's probably her. There was a car to color, and there was a mathematic equation. First grade. I knew it. I knew 1 + 2 is 3. So I'm doing my workbook, and man, I'm smiling, and then it gets to the car, and I color it in. Now, you got to remember something. Got to know something. I was never very good at coloring. Still not. I can never, then or now, stay in the lines. Just can't do it. Hands don't work that well. So we're in line, and this is the way it worked. You get in line all around the room, and you're walking by the teacher's desk one at a time, laying down your workbook, and she's giving you that big check mark at the top of the page. This was even before Gold Stars. That check mark, it's what every little kid wanted. And I'm in line, and I'm smiling, and I get to looking at mine. I'm about halfway down, and I noticed, and that car is not very pretty. It's not a good coloring episode for me. It's normal. And I'm thinking, oh no, she's not going to like that. So I figured out a scheme, first grade. I'm going to lay my workbook down. I'm going to point at that car and say, that's the part I don't like. So I did. Boom. That's the part I don't like. And with a big marker, she went, put an X on the whole page. And she looked at me and said, I don't like any of it. Wow. What a horrible teacher. Treat a kid like that. And obviously I haven't gotten over it. I'll never forget it. I'm scarred. If I ever end up with a psychiatrist, that's what I'm going to tell him first. Then he'll figure it all out. But remember, kindness. My teacher didn't have any. Maybe she didn't have much patience with me. Maybe it was my fault. But we don't want to spend money or deal with rude people. And you don't want to be rude because your friends don't want to mess with you either. So live the dream. If it ain't fun, just don't do it. Find a way to have fun. Look in that mirror. See if you can say, it's fun being me. And I'll be back in a couple of days with the next characteristic. We'll build these up until you can say, hey, it's fun being me. So this is Terry up in Martindale and up at the banks of McHenry Creek. And I'll see you in a couple of days. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Have a great day.